Welcome to another episode for Healthy Diets for Africa Agribusiness Accelerator Program pitch event. My name is Benedict Isiao from FSPN Africa. I'll be your host today. Uh, Today we have Boaz Tuju, uh, who is the CEO of Smart Agrogrics. Smart Agrogrics is looking at working with smallholder farmers to ensure that they are going uh, organic. So, welcome, Boaz, and I would like us to jump straight into it. Could you tell us a bit your journey before starting Smart Agrogrics?
I'm going to walk with you the journey of how Smart started all as an idea in 2022 because of personal experience when I had to defer from school so that I could get away out of fending for my young one that I had got at that time. And remember, I talked to my father, and my father decided to give me just a portion of his land so that I could do agriculture, so that I could raise money, so that I could take care of my uh, son that I was expecting then. Then what happened is that I tried to do beans farming, but it really failed because from a farm of from a piece of land that was more than 1 acre piece of land, I got less than one bag. That is less than 40. That is less than 40 tins. That's around 80 kilograms. And when I came to do my research about it, I found that the soil was so dry and there was no organic aspect of it. There was no life in the soil. I left it at a point that I was telling you. I tried to use the cow dung that was from our cow shed, and I could see a lot of improvement, and within 1 year, I could see that I could raise a little amount of money. That at the end of the day, I was able to buy for my son something, some clothes, so that he could be born with something. So from there, I started doing my research on organic farming, and eventually, I met an expert from India, that was Dr. Mahesh, that we worked closely with. We did a lot of research. He's a soil scientist, and we did it together. And at the end of the day, we were able to come up with various products that were curtailed to make sure that the farmers have an easy way of doing their farming from organic farming. These products, we made sure that they are made from naturally available resources, right from the cow dung, the leaves, and the soil, so that they don't really have so much, the farmers do not have really so much to spend on their organic farming journey. So that's how my organic farming started.
Yes, it's actually an interesting journey on that is coming from the experience, your personal experience, and having met failure at one point at the start, and taking an initiative to actually learn uh, and start addressing the root cause through research and moving it a step to leverage now on partnerships. Smart Agrogrics is working with smallholder farmers. So, what is your experience in working with the smallholder farmers?
Okay, I'm going to tell you a very specific experience that I had with one specific farmer. That was in
Mhm.
2024. That is, he's an architect. Yes, so I had reached at a point that I was telling you that, so with this architect, he was able to afford the the standards that are required for use in matters of fertilizers. But now the problem was the soil had become acidic to a point that it was now not productive, and the fact that he was always planting one type of crop, there was no crop rotation. There was no. He was always planting maize. So he reported that the previous season, from more than around 5 acres piece of land, he was only to get around 3 sacks of maize. So I walked with him the journey of transitioning from from the use of the synthetic fertilizers to the use of biofertilizers, that is the organic fertilizers. We started with first using cow dung first. Then from the cow dung, that's when I now introduced him to the products that we developed together with Dr. Mahesh. And now he can tell you now the last report that I got from him, that he's now even able to sell surplus whenever they need. He waits for that point that people do not have access to food. Then he's now able to sell them those products. So he's able to ensure that there's food security around where he is right now because of the time.
Now, what approaches do you use to make sure that you are onboarding farmers and farmers get to learn about your product?
Okay. We really came up with a very unique approach because it's the farmer that is experiencing the problem of low crop yields. It's the farmer that is experiencing the problem of acidity in the soil. It's not us as an organization right now. So the approach that we developed is that the first thing that we developed a test farm, our own test farm, where before we take the product to the farmer, we test it by ourselves so that we find that it's suitable for their soils. The next thing, we work with the farmer because we work with the farmer the journey of making these products themselves. Because you realize that the products that we are offering, they are from naturally available resources, from cow dung, cow urine, plant leaves, the soil, and even water. They are naturally available resources. So we work with them the journey of making sure that they're also able to understand how these things are made, so that whenever that we are providing to them products, we are providing products that do not harm their soil. The next thing, we make sure that we have demo. We demonstrate to them how these products should be applied so that they really understand the excesses and the limits as to that are required for them to apply these products. So we use the demo and the test farmers to make sure that we onboard them.
Yes, currently, how many farmers have you reached as an organization in terms of serving them? And what is the metrics that you can, since you started, that you can count you have in terms of product being purchased by the farmers?
Okay, this is how we have the number of farmers that we have impacted are around 1,024. That is from I was in Gishu County, Eldoret, and in Keses to be specific. That we've done, I think, 2 projects in partnership with some CBOs and some local organizations there, including Project Digital Impact Foundation. We've also impacted, some of them have also come from Sierra County in a place called Opuklimbo, that is in Bondo sub-county to be specific. We've also, those are some of the farmers that we have been able to impact. That is around 1,024. To ensure that we are able to know the sales that we have within, that we make within from our products, we have a system. We have a system within the Smart Agrogrics whereby it automatically generates invoice whenever somebody orders a product, or whenever a farmer purchases a product. We don't just write receipts manually because we realize papers can be lost, but because we have a system that we put in place that we are able to generate with invoice, that's what we use to make sure that we are able to track the amount of the number of products that we've been able to sell.
Yes, actually, it's inspiring on how you are approaching the farmers using demos first, uh, then also leveraging on partnerships. Partnership is key, stipulated under SDG 17, whereby we are encouraged to follow partnership for goals. And through your story, we can realize that it's through partnerships that you are able actually to make impact and reaching to over 1,000 smallholder farmers. ensuring that they are adopting the organic farming. What is your go-to-market strategy to ensure that farmers, even outside your project area and outside the scope of the project, they are able to learn about your products and actually access the products and have them implemented in their farms?
Okay. As we know, many farmers right now, whatever is going on in the country is the increased access to synthetic fertilizers. We can't lie, but now the aspect from the farmers, from whatever we've experienced with the farmers, is that even the ones that have access to the synthetic fertilizers, there's a common problem that the soils are now not in the capacity of being able to produce maximally from the synthetic fertilizers. So the first thing that we do to make sure that we convince them is to run tests. That is the soil test, the alkalinity test, to test the live. If the soil is live, we compare the soil. We have a sample soil from the organic farm, then we have a sample soil from the inorganic farm. Then we test the the water retention capacity, the livability of the soil, and the aspect of productivity as well from it. We have two things for comparison. Then from there, we are able to show them that the real thing is this other side. And we are also able to, using research and using whatever is currently happening in matters of health, cancer, the lifestyle diseases, we are also able to educate them that the side effects of using so much chemicals on these. So using whatever we have done in the research and using the comparison and contrasting, we are able to show them that this is the right way.
So, talking about soil testing, do you see Agrogrics? Do you see yourself like tapping into digitalization in terms of soil testing and sampling?
Okay. Thank you. That's a really interesting question, because it finds us in a way at a point that we are already transitioning to the digital part. Whereby we don't just we don't just give you a general, don't just give the farmers a general solution, but we use a digital app. We use an app so that we give them exactly what they need. So the app is it's called Accelerator Inside Africa, that we are planning to launch into the market. So the app, the first thing, it scans the plant leaves and the stalks to ensure that it's able to detect the exact problem, or the exact soil disease, the exact pest, or the exact soil nutrient deficiency that has affected the plant first. Once it has scanned using AI, we are able to give very specific to the solution. We are giving solution that is very specific to the problem. That is in matters of biopesticides and biofertilizers. And if the farmer is not satisfied with purchasing the biofertilizers or the biopesticides, they are also able to book a specialist consultation from the app itself, so that it's a one ecosystem that brings the biofertilizers, the biopesticides, and the specialists together, so that the farmer is able to get the maximum from it. So we are already in the digital space, and we are planning to launch it soon.
With the smallholder farmers sometimes is challenging. What are some of the challenges that you have experienced with working with smallholder farmers, and how is your organization maneuvering through to make sure that you are fixing them?
Okay, working with them, there's one particular challenge that has stood out: the challenge of technology. The fact that you'll find most farmers, with even when we are talking of the era of digital transition in the country and even in Africa, right now some farmers do not still have access to the smartphones.
Mhm.
And you remember, for them to get the information, even about organic farming, they should be able to have access to these resources that we send to them via the app, via documents as well. But now, how are we going to make? How are we? These are some of the things that we put in place so that we are able to make sure that we can tell these things to them. We are going to send them reports, that is, in matters of organic farming and news, specifically to via SMS. You remember, SMS can access, they can have access to SMS even there when they are offline. Even in the deepest part of Kenya, they are able to access the SMS. So we are going to use SMS to address the challenge of the digital part, so that everybody is able to get the information from their end.
With SMS, sometime there is a barrier in terms of language. Is your solution going to also address this challenge?
Yes, with the app, right now we've not addressed the challenge. I can't say we've addressed the challenge, but with the app, we are putting the linguistic aspect, whereby it will be a scalable and an adoptable method in every part of Kenya and even in other places, whereby they will be able to get the information specifically based on their languages. We are going to input over 50 languages to the app, to the system, so that every farmer should be able to access the materials, their own language, even if they are unable to read English or the Swahili, that the two languages that we've already adopted into the system.
Yes, thank you for your response. Currently, we are experiencing, many organizations are experiencing challenges to do with fundraising and getting funds to run their operations. Some are scaling down. So, are you experiencing the same challenges, and how are you actually maneuvering through to make sure that you remain sustainable and operational, to ensure that your solutions and services continue to reach the communities in the last mile in the village you are in most need of them?
Okay, that's a really interesting question. I'm going to take you through every aspect that will ensure that we are able to be sustainable. We realize that funding and depending on grants right now is really not sustainable, and that one has really determined how Smart Agrogrics operates ever since we started. That's why we've come up with products that we charge, so that we are able to generate some money from it. That's why we are coming up with the app, so that we are going to have the freemium and the subscription tiers for the specialists and even for the farmers that will be. Remember, it's also a platform where they will also be able to sell their products to the consumer. So through commissions that we are going to earn when they are selling their organic farm produce to the consumer, we are also going to be able to earn from it. So we've developed a system whereby we are able to generate a lot of revenue from different products. We have made sure that we have different revenue sources. We've made sure that we've expanded our revenue base, so that in case we don't get any funding, we are always still going to be here to make sure that we provide our services to the very last person, using the amount of money that we'll be able to generate from our products and the subscriptions.
Currently, we have a number of digital products in the agriculture and food system space. So, trying to bridge the knowledge gap, trying to address market gap. So, how is Asili going to stand out?
Okay, our Silly Insight app is going to be a very unique platform. Remember, we use AI. That's the first thing. We use AI to do the analysis of the plants themselves. So it means that the results that the farmer is going to get will be very specific, very accurate too, as compared to whatever they're going to get from these other sides. Another thing that we've ensured that our Silly Insight app has, the farmer does not need to travel all the way to the vet or to the agro vet so that he gets a solution or the plants or the crops are suffering from. It is a real-time solution. He gets it, scans it right now, and the next minute he gets the solution, the exact pest or the exact disease that is affecting the crop or the exact nutrient deficiency that is affecting the soil. Then the next thing he's going, or he or she is going to get the next recommendation in terms of biofertilizer and biopesticide immediately, and even the details that are with that these products have been made from, so that they are not able to. They don't just take products that they don't know. So it's a real-time solution to a very specific problem that saves the farmer time to go to the agrovet and even to call other people. Another unique aspect of it, it does mean that the farmer does not have to wait for the specialist to come. The farmer is able to go for a virtual call with the specialist and take him through the farm, and the specialist is able to give a curated solution to the problem, even when when the specialist is away.
What measures will you put in place to ensure that the farmers you are serving actually invest some of their resources to use the application and actually access the information?
Okay, to address the aspect of internet connectivity, we've tried to put in place some things, not so much, but we have a part of the app that is whereby they are going to learn about the organic farming. The organic farming, that one is going to be absolutely, it is going to have both the offline version and the online version. It's only the AI part that they are able to scan the plants and they are able to scan the soil to get the recommendations. That's the only aspect that we've not addressed. But we are working we are going to work hand in hand with the field officers that will be known around the local, that will be able to take the farmers through the whole process. If the farmer has a problem, the field officer will always be one phone call away from the farm.
Agrogrics, in a way, you are positioning yourself for scalability and actually reaching serving many farmers and ensuring they are going organic. So, what are some of your plans in the next 1 year and 5 years?
Okay. Our next in the next 5 years, Smart Agrogrics does not see itself just impacting just 1,000 farmers. We see ourselves impacting more than 100,000 farmers. How are we going to make sure that we achieve this? Number one is through leveraging partnership. You've heard from your end that our journey has been more of partnerships journey that has enabled us to reach this point, and we realize that whatever kind of partnership, whether it's partnership with the farmers, partnership with other organizations, it has to be there. So we are going to work with other organizations in the future to make sure that we are able to impact 100,000 farmers or more than 100,000 farmers. Another thing that we are really working hard on is to have at least 10 test farms in different counties. These test farms, these are the places that we are going to ensure that apart from the products that we are offering, that is around 8 products that we have right now, organic products, we are also going to use these test farms to elevate the innovation of the local community, so that they are also able to come up with their products. So we are going to come up with the other test farms and the other demo farms that we are going to make sure we are using these ones to penetrate every other organization and incorporating the community. The last thing that we are doing, that we've already started doing, is involving the public in coming up with these products themselves, because these products are meant for them. They are not for us, they are meant for them. So for us to ensure that we are going to get the highest number of people, we are encouraging public participation in coming up with the products. So this is how we are going to make sure that we reach 1,000 farmers, 100,000 farmers in the next 5 years, and we are able to generate more income from our products.
We have many aspiring founders. Some are at an ideation stage, some are at starting stage, and they truly want to bring impact into the communities, especially the farming communities. What advice would you give them?
One advice, I'm going to give the advice that has worked for me. The only advice I can, that I've always given, and I'll even give it today. Number one is getting the right team, avoiding friends instead of experts, working with experts, and the right team really means a lot for a founder, for the vision to keep on burning, for them to achieve so much. It really means that they have to get the right team. The next thing that they have to get is to make sure that they are solving a real problem that is there, that not just coming up with services, because we realize giving money, or for example charity, then in return you don't have nothing that you get, then it's not sustainable. So when you identify a real problem, then you create a very unique solution to that problem, then it's going to get sustainability, because at the end of the day you are able to get the revenue aspect and the business model clear for the problem that you've identified.
Uh, Looking at your model, the way you are, the approaches that you are using to make sure that you are giving your solutions out there to the smallholder farmers, would you say Smart Agrogrics is running as uh, a social enterprise or purely 100% as an NGO?
Smart Agrogrics runs as a social enterprise. It's not an NGO, because it's registered as a CLG, company limited by guarantee. That's the first thing that makes it as a social enterprise. So this one allows us to do various services and produce products for the purposes of generating revenue, but the revenue is not for profit, but the revenue is specifically to make us sustainable and to make sure that we are able to offer our services for the longest time.
Yes, Boaz, you have been part of the Healthy Diets for Africa Agribusiness Accelerator program. What are some of the key lessons that you have learned in the agribusiness accelerator program? What is this exactly that has improved in the way you do things as an organization?
Okay, it has really been an amazing journey for sure, Benedict, with the HD4A accelerator. And one thing that I always see from the organization, I remember the other day I was asking somebody, just a random person, that if you look at our website, just tell me what you see. Well, tell me the colors. Even if you look at our social media, I walked with the person through the social media. Tell us what you are able to see, the colors that you are able to identify us with. And the person was saying a very simple thing. He was able to identify us with green, black, and white. And that one means branding. That's one thing that we took. Okay, I was trying to talk about how HD4A has really helped us. Before we didn't have the use of hashtags in whatever we were doing, and now we are using them. Apart from that, we are able to use to attach even our logos to almost everything that we put online for the purposes of security, as well as we've maintained a very specific colors. We've maintained very specific colors in whatever we are doing. That is the green, white, and black. because of whatever we've got from HD4A. Another thing that we've really got, before we started HD4A, Smart Agrogrics was not registered. However much it was already on the ground, it was not registered, and that was really a threat to us. Right now, it's registered as a company in Kenya, and we are now compliant with KRA, with the KRA certificate. We already have the bank accounts in place, and we are able to now reach the people. The last thing that HD4A has really helped us in is the matters of pitching, in making sure that we get the right pitch decks that addresses everything from the problem to the team, problem, solution, unique value proposition, go-to-market strategy, and the last aspect is the team. And having a story behind whatever we are doing, behind our pitches and everything. HD4A has also helped us to achieve that one. And it's something that with a lot of confidence, I can say before that, we really had messy pitch decks, and I had shared it with the new team members that we now have, and all they can say is laughing at whatever we used to have before versus what we have right now, and it has really been amazing.
Yes, it's truly exciting to hear the impact that this accelerator program, the Healthy Diets for Africa Agribusiness Accelerator program, has had in your organization in terms of improving your brand, as well as improving on how you pitch, to also going ahead to make sure that you are registered, and actually that is one step that can open more opportunities, because with legality, people can trust that you are able to work with them under the legal framework to ensure that you are achieving and implementing a lot of projects in the coming years. It has truly been inspiring, and it has been pleasure having you in the call, sharing your inspiring story, how you started, and the success that you have had, the expertise that you have had. We we are quite moved that our audience will learn a lot from you. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and thank you for your time.